In lush tropical farms situated in equatorial regions within 20 degrees north and south of the equator, where Theobroma cacao trees thrive, ripe cocoa pods measuring 30 to 40 centimeters long and weighing 300 to 500 grams are carefully harvested by hand every 10 to 14 days using machetes, marking the crucial first step in crafting Hershey's chocolate, as these pods, ripening over 5 to 6 months, contain 20 to 60 purple or white beans, each about 2 to 3 centimeters in size, encased in sweet, mucilaginous pulp comprising up to 75% of the pod's weight, with farmers yielding around 1 to 2 tons per hectare annually, and Hershey sourcing about 70% of its cocoa from West Africa, like Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana, purchasing approximately 400,000 tons each year. Freshly harvested cocoa beans, still encased in their sticky sweet pulp, begin their transformation by being piled into heaps 1 to 2 meters high, weighing 500 to 1,000 kilograms, or placed in wooden boxes and covered with banana leaves for fermentation over 5 to 7 days, during which natural yeasts and bacteria raise the temperature to 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, killing the bean germ and developing more than 300 volatile flavor compounds, with the beans turned twice daily, producing rustling sounds. After fermentation, the beans are spread out on mats or trays to dry slowly under the sun for 5 to 10 days, frequently raked by farmers using wooden tools that scrape and turn them, reducing moisture content from 60% to just 7% and achieving the desirable purple-brown color of well-fermented beans. Once dried to perfection with moisture reduced to 7%, the cocoa beans are carefully bagged into jute sacks of 50 to 100 kilograms each, subjected to quality checks ensuring foreign material is less than 1%, and then loaded onto trucks by forklifts producing deep thudding sounds. Beginning their journey from farms primarily in West Africa to Hershey's ports such as Philadelphia, and subsequently by rail or truck to factories, including the original Hershey plant in Pennsylvania, founded in 1894 by Milton S. Hershey, as well as facilities in Stewart's Draft, Virginia, and Monterrey, Mexico. Inside the Hershey's factory, massive rotary drums filled with batches of 1 to 5 tons of cocoa beans slowly turn to roast them at temperatures between 250 and 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 45 minutes, where the Maillard reaction develops over 800 aroma compounds that create the rich foundational chocolate flavor, simultaneously reducing moisture to 5% and loosening the shells for easy removal. Hershey roasts different cocoa varietals separately in these industrial drums to enable precise blending later in the process, ensuring the optimal flavor profile for their signature milk chocolate. The roasted cocoa beans are then cracked by rollers or breakers into smaller nibs measuring 2 to 10 millimeters, with shells comprising 10 to 20% of the weight being separated efficiently at 95% through air classifiers and sieves that blow away the lighter shells. These cocoa nibs, containing 53 to 58% cocoa butter, are ground in attrition mills at 150 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, where friction melts the butter, forming a thick flowing cocoa liquor with an initial particle size of 30 to 50 microns. The cocoa liquor is precisely blended with additional cocoa butter, milk crumb, and sugar in large industrial mixers to form the unique foundation for Hershey's milk chocolate, which has a specific composition of 43% cocoa liquor, 11% milk fat, 12% non-fat milk, 27% sugar, and 7% cocoa butter. Central to Hershey's signature process is the milk crumb made by heating fresh whole milk with 11% fat together with sugar to evaporate moisture into a low-moisture crumb, which is then milled and mixed with the cocoa liquor in a ratio of approximately 55 to 45, creating the swirling glossy textures seen in the blending. The chocolate mixture is first refined through 5-roll refiners to a particle size of 20 to 30 microns, and then undergoes conching in large machines holding 1,000 to 5,000 liters for 4 to 72 hours at 120 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit and 20 to 50 revolutions per minute, a process that aerates the mixture, reduces acidity, drops viscosity by 50%, and coats sugar particles with fat to develop a silky, smooth, luxurious consistency. Hershey's extended conching particularly emphasizes the creamy mouthfeel that defines their iconic milk chocolate bars. The molten chocolate, properly tempered by heating to 115 degrees Fahrenheit, cooling to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and reheating to 90 degrees Fahrenheit to form stable crystal type V, is pumped into iconic Hershey's bar molds holding thousands of 100-gram bars on high-speed lines producing 100 to 200 bars per minute, then vibrated ultrasonically over tables to remove air bubbles before passing through cooling tunnels at 45 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes to solidify into perfect bars ready for demolding with crisp metallic clicks. High-speed automated machines operating at 300 to 600 bars per minute meticulously wrap each Hershey's bar, first in foil producing satisfying crinkling sounds, then apply paper labels, before boxing them in cases of 24 to 36 bars and palletizing up to 1,200 cases per pallet, with the rhythmic mechanical clicks and folds creating a satisfying ASMR experience as the perfectly wrapped bars move along conveyor belts. Finally, the finished Hershey's chocolate bars, with over 25 million produced daily across factories like the original Hershey plant with a capacity of about 1 million pounds of chocolate per day, are stacked in boxes, shrink-wrapped onto pallets, and loaded by forklifts into trucks carrying around 40,000 pounds per load for distribution to over 90 countries worldwide, as Hershey ships billions of bars yearly with emerging traceability via blockchain pilots, completing their journey from farm to consumers everywhere.